Hello everyone, my name is the Badger and I welcome you back to the world of NieR. Well, today it's a side quest edition, and I heard you like side quests. We actually have been contracted to capture the blue marlin, or two of which. The fisherman's gambit has actually asked us to gain a fish that he has actually not been able to catch more than once himself. The funny thing about this is that I've already caught one long before we actually got this quest, and I can't remember when I got it now. It was a couple of quests ago, I'm sure. But otherwise, the place that you can actually capture them are here on the seafront using the lure. So, let's just take up our lure, throw that in the water, and see where we go. Getting the blue marlin can be a bit instantaneous, like this. And so it doesn't really leave me a lot of room for conversation, a lot of room for discussing my personal inner feelings and thoughts. That's way rude, fish. That's just not cool. You don't do that to a blue brother. A blue brother of the sea. Not that the badgers are of the sea, because that'd just be terrible. What? Badgers can't swim underwater? That's just stupid. Oh, shit, I'm having trouble here. The blue marlin is definitely one of the slightly harder fish to catch, but once you got the appropriate rank, not hard at all. I mean, I guess it's sort of challenging. I've not failed to catch one yet, as of maybe since I started playing this game, so being honest, there's not really a massive amount of technique involved in the world of NieR fishing. So unfortunately, it seems like this is all we're getting. Watching me pull my pole in front of a large audience. And sometimes big splashes happen. Congratulations, you landed a blue marlin! Fantastic.
Alright, I'm gonna give it my all this time.
Have you been holding back?
I always give it my all.
Shh. You are scaring them away.
Well, a lovely recurring joke there, NieR. We actually have already caught all the fish, so I guess that's what happens when NieR gives it his all. The job's already done.
Hey.
These the fish you wanted? Well, I'll be. Never thought I'd see the day. Well done, Master Fisherman. Seems I've but one technique left to teach ya. I've taught you everything I know, but that don't mean you can't stop learning. It's a big world out there, with fish the likes of which no man has ever seen. The old man seems to be in a bit of a bad way. I can't tell if his character model has actually gotten worse over the duration of the game. You know, I reckon you just might have what it takes to catch the fish. The Hyneria. The Hyneria? No man has ever hooked a Hyneria and lived to tell the tale. If you can do it, then you're a fisherman beyond even my own skill. Well, I see no reason to decline the old man. Let's go and see if we can catch that fish for him. But that can wait till another episode because we have a lot more on our plates. A little bit of backtracking to be done, in fact. One of which will actually lead us to Emil's mansion, so I hope you like that monochrome palette where absolutely nothing of importance happened. Okay, yeah, we met Emil and some cool shit happened and we beat up a book in his library. Yeah, sure, why not? So off we go into the mansion, and unfortunately, it's cloudy skies. There may be a chance of us meeting the shade. No, there's no. Okay, we're not going to meet the shade of the south, unfortunately, but we may be able to see it sometime soon. We still need to kill that thing if we're ever going to get a decent completion rate. By that of which I mean 100%. Yes, we are actually at. What's the percentage now? 75%. That's only 25% more to go before we can kiss side quests goodbye and see the end of this game in sight. Not that I am happy to see it end. It's just, you know, we've been at it a while now. Sebastian. Master Emil. Terribly sorry to disturb you. I fear we have a situation. What is it, Sebastian? I was attempting to tidy up the study earlier, only to find that it has been occupied by a shade. That seems to be happening a lot lately. You want me to go and kill it? That may not be necessary, sir. It's not causing any trouble. It is simply sitting in the study. It didn't attack you? It did not, sir. I don't care if it's wearing a tuxedo or drinking a cocktail. It's a shade, and I'm going to kill it. Ah, good old NieR. Though his passion for killing shades has become a little bit more feverish of late. Oh yeah, boxes in the way. Sebastian doesn't do a great job of looking after this monochrome mansion. The reason for the monochrome palette of this entire mansion is actually related in fact that Emil and Sebastian are not human, I've read in the grimoire NieR. It never officially states what they are, though. There is some speculation of what they may be, but otherwise, no. Absolutely no idea what they are. They never age. Ever. You can find a lot of strange things sitting around in the grimoire NieR, some things that don't really seem to fit into the story. Considering Emil is timeless and doesn't age, you'd think we'd ask him a little bit about it. NieR has not put two and two together to ask, how the fuck have you been alive for more than 100 years? Maybe they asked it off camera, and if so, fuck you game. Let's go deal with a particular shade of significant importance, while Kaine jumps into a wall. This must be the friendly shade, eh? Ah, screw it. Let's go kill the thing.
Who told you could live in my home?
I'll crush you like a bug.
Be careful, please.
This is a rather hard shell to crack.
Doesn't matter. I'll slice it apart one way or the other.
Surprisingly, this thing, despite not attacking us, has a fuck ton of HP and also a magic-resisting aura. It's kind of a difficult fight because it just takes absolutely forever. And I actually stopped in my first playthrough of this particular section and wondered if I was actually doing the right solution to the puzzle at first, because normally shades fall beyond my very grasp, but this one doesn't. No matter how hard you hit it with all of your attacks, it still takes a relatively good while for it to die. And it makes you really curious about whether something else is supposed to happen. The shade, you know, if you're supposed to leave it alone. If there was supposed to be some acceptance if you didn't attack it long enough. But as it turns out, no. The shade just dies like all the rest. There's no alternate ending to this quest. No solution. The shade just dies. Meaning no harm or threat. It's kind of a sad tale recently, or really. I killed the shade in the study. Tough little bastard. Excellently done, sir. And now I must insist that you take this payment. Yep, not bad at all. And with that, the quest is complete. Hoorah! But that's not all of it, we have more backtracking to do. I sure hope you enjoyed that underground facility, because we're going straight back there. What was the shade doing there in the first place? I wondered that myself. Surely that creature lacks the intelligence to read books. Yet, I cannot imagine what else it hoped to accomplish there. It's kind of disappointing that they sort of left the discussion right there. There was no overlay. There was no real, how do I put it, questioning? Because you'd think it would be a bit of a topic to question when it comes to the fact that these things that we have been fighting for our lives, basically all of the course of the years that NieR has been alive, they just suddenly aren't attacking and wish to read books. You think it would warrant some more investigation. Welcome back, Master Emil. Hello, Sebastian. I'm glad you're doing well. Is something the matter, butler? Yes, well, I am searching, sir, for a way to restore Master Emil's body to its previous state. Oh, Sebastian. Regrettably, the above-ground archives are somewhat limited. According to my information, the records related to Master Emil are stored in the second basement floor. Things would be easier if I could delve into the Manor's underground research facilities. But what with all the creatures there? You want us to go down there and take out some shades? Oh no, I can't let you do that for me. Knock it off, Emil. We're friends. This is what friends do. Gratuitous murder. And so, well, you know what? It's not particularly interesting, I'm not going to lie to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fast forward ahead to the, well, to the actual level that we need to be on, because, well, it's going to take some time. And, well, yeah, we have some more tedious levels to actually handle before this side quest edition is over. So let's try and knock that out as fast as possible. Smack my bitch up. See you there. Just as an update, just so you know, we actually still have all the key cards, so there's absolutely no obligation as to actually fight all of the shades on the way down here. But if you're playing on hard mode, it actually benefits you because they drop some actually really nice loot. I really recommend, if you can, to kill everything that you find down here because you can get some good shit out of it. Other than that, nothing really to report. I'll give you an update as we get to the other side. Okay, I believe we're on the second basement level floor. I actually think this is a good time to let you know a few tips about my playstyle. What I've done here is with Dark Phantasm, I have actually upgraded the magic with the level 8 weakness spell, so that maybe on chance, where you see that purple glow on the enemies there, they actually have become weakened, so that they take more damage and are much easier to kill and dispatch. It's a little bit of a two-part strategy, nothing too in-depth, but it actually really goes a long way as to hasting up the battle a little bit when you really need it to. We'll be finding a little bit of an urge for haste as we get to the next section of the side quests. Another thing that you want to remember is that when you attach words that increase the drop rates of rare items on your weapons or magic, you have to actually physically kill the enemy with that weapon that you've attached it to. Otherwise, it just doesn't apply. So that's why, when you're trying to be super serious and doing a really hardcore run, most people will turn Emil and Kaine off to avoid the situation that puts them that, well, they basically kill steal from you just in case, or just to avoid that eventuality from ever happening. I've actually decided to avoid reading from Grimoire NieR because I find that actually there's two very different ways you can approach NieR, and it's kind of strange almost. You get, when you complete NieR for the first time, you get a strange sense of satisfaction, but you feel like there's something more, something's missing from it all. And I guess this, I don't really think it counts as a spoiler, but it's just, you feel like you're not being told the whole story, and the truth is you're not. So, after we complete NieR, I'll probably go over with you the entire story, not playing through it, but I will verbally go through the story with you again, and fill in all the gaps that we have not, well, that we have missed since we started NieR. There's a lot of details that haven't been really looked upon, and ones that I haven't decided to discuss with you. Mostly because it makes playing this game a lot easier because I don't have to research 6 million plot points that don't really pertain to the immediate story at all. And, well, it gives you a better idea of how the game feels when, well, you don't have this fucking hand guide in, you know, next to you open on Google Documents. I'll make this document available at the end of the LP, but otherwise, I'll just keep it close to my chest for now. No spoilers, we wouldn't want that. Although, one thing I will spoil is that ever since, well, Emil actually is, well, Emil's gay. Let's put it that way. It's straight up he's homosexual, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's actually popular online theories that Emil gained feminine feeling towards men when he fused with his sister, number 6. A bit of a strange theory, and I don't really see the need to discuss or theorize such a thing at all. But otherwise, I guess it's sound. It's just, why? And it struck me as very strange, as Emil actually mentions in the last episode of NieR, in the story edition, about would you ever get married again? Or rather, Emil would love to get married to a woman. it is canonical that Emil is gay. There is no hiding it. But for some reason, he talks about marrying a woman. I wonder if in the Japanese version that it actually states that Emil would like to marry somebody rather than just a woman. Or whether he actually outright says that he would like to marry a man. I don't actually know the answer to this, and I don't really have a ways of finding out. It's massively unfortunate, but kind of gives an air of mystery to it. Although it kind of disappoints me because I feel like there's a high probability of that little fact getting censored. A lot of things got censored and leave very strange remnants of plot holes in the storyline. We'll get a little bit more into that in the second playthrough, unfortunately, so it's not too long from that now, and here's the document that we need for Emil. What's this? It appears to be a list of names and addresses. Perhaps they were employed at a laboratory. The text has half faded by this point, but I see one of them used to live in a coastal town. A coastal town? They must mean seafront. I've never known of an employee document to use such vague terms as coastal town. Oh well. The woman is likely dead by now, but perhaps a search of our home will turn up something.
Well.
Seafront, huh? Maybe we'll find something about Emil over there. Well, at this point, I actually had sort of like a, oh my god, is the lighthouse lady going to be the person who made Emil like he is? That would be an amazing plot twist! But no, she isn't. Just gonna put that out there. No theories, no conspiracy theories. She is not the person that turned Emil into a monster, or was responsible for turning Emil into what he is. I thought that would have been really great, or maybe a descendant of the lighthouse lady? Unfortunately, no. This was just a crazy kooky conspiracy theory where I donned a tinfoil hat. Yes, a badger with a tinfoil hat on. The paper mentions a house right above the entrance to a coastal town. Fortunately, it's not too far from here, and just around the corner. If we just take this set of stairs up, and this is it. Mind if I ask you something? Not at all. Did anyone in your family ever do weapon research? Anything like that? Yeah, actually. I think one of my older relatives used to do something like that. Why are you asking me this? I'm looking into some of her research. You have any old records or anything? Oh man, maybe? I don't know. If you hold on, I'll go and take a look around. Sorry about that. This is all I could find. It's a letter. How strange. It is written in a language that I do not recognize. Yeah, I don't recognize it either. We never could figure out what this was about. But it was important, whatever it was, so she kept that thing under lock and key at all times. You know, it might be some kind of code that we can decipher back at the lab. You mind if we take this? Go ahead. We've just been keeping it around because we don't know what else to do with it. Let's go back to the manor and show this to the butler. And off he goes. And back we go to the mansion. Backtracking. One of the best part of any JRPG. Oh boy, it's cloudy! It's cloudy! That can only mean one thing! Hello, buddy!
Impossible. Who knew the shades had grown so large? And this close to a human settlement, no less.
Probably ran out of stuff to eat up on the mountain.
Kaine, keep your guard up!
I'm gonna make sushi out of him!
Frightening enthusiasm.
Just like that, he falls. We've avenged the postman. Let's go report back. Great, another quest to hand in. NieR is successful once more, and yeah, more travelling. Fantastic. I actually had, well, during a test run, I actually fought and defeated it, and encountered an interesting little bug, of which I'll fade to you here. Yeah. This represents NieR pretty well as a whole. Beautiful, elegant, completed, yet sort of a, shittily put together game in some places. Looks like it's encrypted. Yeah. Let's see. It starts with, Dearest Emil, it appears to be a message for you, Master Emil. A letter, is it? To me? Dearest Emil, you do not know me, but I know you. My research has twisted your life in unfathomable ways. I tried to make up for this by serving as your mother, but I know now that my efforts fell far short. I would have done anything to save you from this fate, and you will never know how guilty I feel that I could not. I remember her now. Hundreds of years ago, there was a woman who watched over myself and my sister. The other scientists treated us like lab rats, but that woman, she was really nice to us. I think she kind of made me what I am today. Your mother, huh? You know, I didn't find a way to fix my body, but I don't care anymore. This letter helped me recover my mother, and that means more to me than anything. What a sweet resolution to a strange tale. Although, again, NieR completely avoided the obvious line of questioning hundreds of years ago. No, I guess in the world of NieR you just learn to stop questioning things. I suppose it would be a healthy way to treat it. Other than that, let's head back to the seafront and gain our reward. And so we return again to visit Postman Pat.
Hey.
I killed the Shade in the Southern Plains. Oh, thank you! Thank you! I don't know what to do about all the postmen who quit, but I guess I'll figure something out. Anyway, here's your reward. Cha-ching! 30k. Master of the Southern Plains complete. Another quest of no considerate value. 80%, 20% more, and it's all out the way. What else do we have? The Fisherman's Final Gambit. And a Child's Final Chance, which we can't do until we complete that story quest. Let's go head to Facade, because I feel there are actually quite a lot of quests to take on there. So, I'll see you on the other side, Badger Recruits. Recruits. Sometimes I wonder, why does my speech get all funny? And so we return to the desert of Facade, and... okay. Hello there. What's going on here?
Hey.
What are you doing out in the middle of the desert? Oh, just tracking wolves. They've been on the move lately, so I was curious. Oh, well, be careful, alright?
Is that...
Yeah. It's the girl who was almost killed by her lover.
There can be no reason for her to be wandering alone in the desert.
I'm sure there's a reason. Grown-ups always have reasons for stuff like that.
A bit of a simplistic analysis, but perhaps true. I shall bear that in mind the next time something seemingly meaningless occurs.
And that was a new type of shade. We didn't really get to have a good look at it, but it flies. I actually never saw this much during my normal playthrough of NieR, but then again, you actually encounter it during some side quests that I never completed during my initial playthrough. Still, it was a massive shock to me when I found it in the middle of a fucking sandstorm. I was like, what? What? NieR threw something new at me? What? Yeah, I was not expecting it at all. I don't know how to really express my surprise. I could shit on a desk and call it Sally, but yeah, that doesn't really help the situation either. I'm feeling so monotone today. I feel so exhausted, like work has just sucked the spirit right out of me. But then again, after those matches of Battlefield 3 that I played last night, I'm not really surprised. Otherwise, here's Facade. Let's go and do some side quests. Or rather, do a couple of bits, and then stop the episode, and then get on to more side quests. That would be the most efficient way to deal with it. We want to go all the way back to the King's Throne, because we have to go and help the city rebuild its resources after the massive wolf attack. Wolf attack. Wolf. Wow. Wow. Wolf! Okay, yeah, sorry about that fade transition. I actually, well, I had a bit of a weird spiel about wolves shitting on desks. And then I sort of got embarrassed and cut it out, because that was just weird. Either way, here's the side quest giver.
Lord.
Oh, great benefactor, please hear our supplication. What is it? The wolves have dealt our city a devastating blow, and we are just starting to rebuild. However, the scale of the destruction was massive, and we find ourselves running low on metal and wood. We need to acquire 20 pieces of iron ore, 20 pieces of clay, and 20 logs. Oh, please, mighty one. Please aid us. Yeah, sure. Yeah, alright. I'll do it. Just stop calling me mighty one. Thank you for lending an ear to our plight. It's kind of strange because most of the items that you can pick up for this quest are basically items that you find all around the world. Wait, yeah, we already have all the materials, but iron ore can be bought at the junk heap store or found around places. 20 pieces of clay are kind of a bitch to find, but can be found on the the eastern road. 20 logs all over the place. I'm not really sure, but you can buy them at the material shop in the village. Clay can actually be bought at the material shop in Facade, and we're giving it straight back to their city. Way to go. I've got your stuff. Ah, perfect! This brings us one step closer to normalcy. Here's a small token of our thanks. I hope you are willing to accept it. Cha-ching! Yeah, 50k is a small token of their thanks. This country is loaded. Seriously, I don't know how NieR is not rolling about in a bunch of money right now, because we have nearly, like, what, how much is that? Nearly, yeah, 300k. That's kind of ridiculous. Other than that, yeah, there's actually a couple more quests to pick up, and they're kind of long ones, so I think it'd be best if I ended the LP, not the LP, but the episode here. No, LP finished, bye guys. I'm done being an LP, I'm gonna go have sex in Miami. Because we're going to Miami, as Will Smith once said. Oh, the quest givers are just over here though, so let's go and give them a visit. Actually, you know what? No. It would be better for continuancy's sake to stop here and then talk to them in the next episode. And that's just what we're gonna do. You'd almost think that the badger doesn't know what he's doing anymore. He's going senile. He's going crazy. He's a badger. Motherfucker, he does what he wants. I'll see you on the other side, badger recruits. See you in Facade.